So whether you're a beginner at playing guitar or you've been playing for a long time, chances are you have asked yourself the question, how do I get better at playing solos? And while it takes a long time to get good at anything, with guitar playing specifically, there are certain tricks or cheat codes that you can use to improve quickly. And one of them I'm going to show you now. Let's go. Alright, before we get into this, I want to plug my guitar courses real quick. If you like what you're hearing on this channel and what I'm playing, that style of playing is actually learnable, and I do teach it in my online courses. They're in the description down below, so check out the link if you're into that. If you like what I'm playing and if you want to see the fretboard like I do, they might be helpful for you. Check it out. Okay, let's dive right in. How can you get better at playing solos? What I did in the intro was I used inversions of the key that I'm playing in, and I played them in arpeggios to get a cool phrasing going and to have an interesting note choice. And I'm going to show you what that means. So we're in B for this one. And the chord progression is pretty much, it's a B major, standard B major. And then it's an A major with a 6 and a 9 included. So this one would be 0, 4, 4, 2, 0. Very cool and dreamy sounding A major with the 6 and a 9. And these two chords just go back and forth. It's just a 2-chord progression here. And the best way to get started with this is to make yourself aware where these inversions are. So this is a B major power chord pretty much. And an inversion of that is this one, for instance. This is the first one that I use. So this would be 6th fret A string, 4th fret D string, 4th fret G string. And you can either use the B string as well, or you can just leave it. So that would be inversion 1. And that was the start of my solo. My solo was... So I slide into the 6th fret here. And I'm using the 6th fret on the G string again. Bend up an entire step, and that's my first phrase. And here's the loop. Let me show you. Right, nice beginning phrase for like a bluesy solo here. And all I did was just use that inversion and arpeggiate it pretty much. Play that arpeggio, and it's not fast, and you don't need any technique to do that, but it has a huge effect on the beginning of your solo. It immediately sounds pro to me. Really cool phrase, really cool note choice, that's nice. Now, the second phrase that I used was an arpeggio as well. I just used another inversion on the fretboard. In this case, it's not really an inversion, it's just a different spot to play your B major. Up here, 9th fret D string, 8th fret G string, 7th fret B string. It's another B major, right? And this B major I used for a phrase as well. I did. Again, with some music underneath. Really nice and bright sounding, right? I'm pretty happy. And that's another cool phrase you can use. And then As a third step, what I did was use another inversion, which would be the octave of the first. Remember in the first one we played, and the octave of that would be here. So this inversion here is 13th fret D string, 11th fret G string, 12th fret B string, and then I just bend in the 14th fret here. And that's your next phrase. So in total, it's... pretty musical sounding, right? And then to put the icing on the cake, I used the fourth one, which is just another B major arpeggio up here in the 16th fret. So it's pretty much 16th fret on D, G, and B string. You can do that with one finger. That's what I played. That's one that Joe Bonamassa uses really, really frequently. When I put some music underneath, you can hear it. I guess there's even a song where he does that all the time. But that's another cool inversion and an arpeggio of that inversion, so you can have a cool phrasing and sound more professional when you're soloing. So that's a very easy tip to get your solos from just noodling scales to using the chord shapes to actually start soloing. And that makes it all the more musical and more professional. Let's combine all these inversion arpeggios again with that loop. To me, these chord shapes and inversions and arpeggios thereof are a total cheat code because you don't have to invest a lot to know these chord shapes and inversions, and it makes your note choice better because it sounds a lot more musical and interesting. It also makes your phrasing better because within these arpeggios, notes are just fluid, and I think it sounds a lot more professional and it doesn't take a long time to get there. So this to me is one of the secret tricks to sound more pro when you're soloing without investing a lot of time or without learning an entire new technique that is complex like picking or sweeping or whatever you have. It's basically about fretboard knowledge, and that fretboard knowledge enables you to expand. And that's just great, I think. If you like these kinds of tricks and cheat codes to improve your playing, let me know in the comments what you want to see next. I hope you get something out of this video, and if you like my stuff, subscribe. I do this stuff all the time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.